Today I'm going to show you how I raise queen cells in a 5x5 nuc box. I start with a queen in the lower nuc, 5 frames of brood, and in the upper box we have 5 frames of resources, pollen, and I put my queen cells in there to get them acclimated to the hive. In between the two boxes there's a queen excluder, and what we'll be doing is we'll be replacing that with a double screen board once we swap the two hives. So the top hive is going to end up on the bottom, and the bottom hive with the queen is going to end up on the top. First, let me show you where the empty queen cell cups are. You can see them here in the top box. By leaving the cups in the hive overnight, the bees have an opportunity to clean and become acclimated to them. Some beekeepers claim that this increases the acceptance of the grafts. The queen is in this bottom box. We'll set her aside. So the box that was on top, that's going to have the queen cells in it to develop, is now going to be on the bottom. And I have it set up so there's a frame of honey, a frame of open brood, queen cells, a frame of pollen, and another frame of honey. The order and placement of the frames around the grafted cells is important. The double screen board goes over the box that will receive the grafts. Notice that I don't use a lot of smoke when manipulating the boxes. And then I place the box with the queen in it back on top. By placing the screen board facing the rear of the hive, that'll cause the foraging bees to leave from the queen right hive and to come back into the lower hive where we have the queen cells. That'll set up swarming conditions in this lower box, and they'll now believe that they do not have a queen because of the double screen board. We're also going to feed the hive 1-to-1 sugar syrup to stimulate the production of beeswax and to stimulate the queen cells. Here I'm removing the empty queen cups. It is time to graft 1-day-old larvae into them. After grafting the larvae, I return the cell cups to the lower box. By this time, the lower box should be getting packed with bees, as the foragers return from the field. I usually graft around 5 p.m. I'm adding some pollen supplement to the hive to help stimulate the royal jelly production. During the cell building process, you want to make sure the bees have plenty of pollen and syrup. If either of these runs short, there is a chance they will tear down the cells. Now the box containing the queen goes on top, separated by the double screen board. The double screen board allows the heat from the bottom box to rise up and keep the queen warm. Well, it's been one day since we left the cells in the hive to be built out by our queen cell builder. Today we're going to check on the cells, we're going to open up the hive, and it gives us an opportunity to check on the cells, make sure they're being packed with royal jelly. And we're going to switch these two boxes back to their original position. The queen's going to go back to the bottom. Remember, the queen's in the top box now. And the cells are going to come up top. And then we're going to remove the double screen board and replace it with a queen excluder. That's going to set up the hive to feel like it's going to make it a queen right cell finisher. As you can see, they did start cells in the middle where the hive is strongest. It looks like the hive is not quite strong enough to build out all 15 cells. So we have some misses, and also I made some mistakes with the grafting, so we've just got a few cells here. In total, the bees started 5 cells from the 15 grafted larvae. We had a few cold nights. I think I would have done better if I had placed the grafts lower in the frame, like the second position down. This would have kept the grafts better within the cluster of bees. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but don't be discouraged. Keep trying. This method will allow you to raise 20 to 30 queen cells with the right conditions. Now everything is set. The queen cells have been started and are now over the queen excluder. In 3 more days they will be capped and I can move them to the incubator. I hope that you have found this demonstration of how I raise queen cells helpful. Please like and subscribe, or if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks.